When it comes to parking at Marshall University, many would describe it to be a hassle. Join these three students as they discuss their feelings about parking on campus.
So as a person who lives on campus, parking as a whole, it sucks, if you want to be honest with you. I think many students can agree with me on that. One, it is way too expensive. If you get a garage parking pass, it's like $120 at least, and that's just for one semester. For the parking lot, like for the stadium parking lot, it's like $85. It's still a lot of money. And what I don't like about it is you have to park in only certain areas. I think if you get a parking pass, you should be able to park wherever the heck you want. Like, for instance, since I have a garage parking pass, I can't park in the stadium parking lot. And if I do, I get a $15 ticket. So that's even more money that I don't want to spend. So overall, I think it's just extremely ridiculous.
Parking in the morning, well, it depends on what time it is that I park. If it's early in the morning, I can be able to find that parking spot easily, just make it easier on me getting to class. But whenever it's later, before noon or afternoon, it's a struggle to find a parking spot. There's not a whole lot of parking spaces for as many students as there are here. How many students are here? Like, usually, I'd say more than 1,000 students around. That's a lot of vehicles to park. They should at least buy some abandoned properties or something to be able to tear down and turn into more parking spaces for students. And the parking passes are too expensive.
I have a lot of problems with the parking on campus. The first being the convenience of them is the worst one by far to me is the 6th Avenue lot, because it is so far away from classes in like Corbally and Smith and the science buildings and everything like that. But sometimes, and by sometimes I mean every single day, behind the engineering building is full. The lot behind the engineering building is always full. I have a class there on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And every time I get there, the parking lot's always full, and it's only 9:30 in the morning, and it's completely full. And I go there on Wednesdays. I have an 8 a.m. lab on Wednesdays, and I'll get there at 7:15, and the parking lot's empty. And by the time I get out of my lab an hour later, it's full. So it's just so inconvenient. There's not enough spaces, and people end up parking in the handicap spots. People end up parking in the back of the lot where there's just like lines that say you can't park there. I've ended up parking there at least 2 or 3 times.